Slopes are equal, right?
Equal, sir.
Yeah, their slopes are equal, right? And if two lines are perpendicular, then what is the condition? Then,
M1 into M2 is equal to -1.
okay,
Minus
M1 into M2 equal to -1. Okay. Next, 1, 2. Third point is if theta is angle between two lines with slopes M1 and M2, then relation between M1 and M2, can you tell me what is the relation between M1 and M2? You know this one? Then tan theta equal to, what is the formula? Can you tell me? Tan theta equal to?
Sir, plus or minus M2 minus M1 by 1 plus M1 into M2.
Very good. So that is, I'll put mod. So, okay, so plus or minus, okay, you're saying plus or minus M1 M minus M2 or M2 minus M1, you can say by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay, good. Okay, these are the three things we must learn about slopes. Okay, two lines, how they are related. I told you, two lines, how they are related. So with respect to their slopes, if two lines are there, they must be either parallel or perpendicular, or some angle exists between those two lines. Okay, so this is two lines are, this is conventional. If two lines are parallel, then slopes are equal. That is conventional. That is a truth you should understand. Okay. If two lines are perpendicular, then M1 M2 equal to -1. This is same thing. That means what? If you know this proof, okay, then you can understand this also. You can understand. Okay, then this I'll just explain this one. Just I'll explain this thing. We'll explain if theta is the angle between two lines. So let's say two lines are like this. If two lines are like this, something like this angle. Okay, this is, let's say, x-axis. This is one line. This is another line. This line is, okay, this line is making angle some theta 1, and this line is making angle some theta 2 with x-axis. This x-axis. Okay, and then this is, let's say, this is angle between two lines is theta. Let's say this is theta. Angle between two lines is theta. Here, this first line making angle, this is M1. Slope of this first line is M1. Slope of the second line is M2. Okay. So this, why we should learn this proof? We should not think that, okay, proof anyway will not come in exam, so we should not learn. Just to be thorough with the subject, you must learn the proof. Okay. So here you see, this is very simple proof. Y-axis, where is y-axis? Wherever it is, that doesn't matter actually. Y-axis may be here or anywhere, because slope means we consider only x-axis. Okay. The slope depends on x-axis, not y-axis. So, okay, anyway, now here M1 is very clearly M1, you see M1 is slope of first line. Slope of first line is M1, right? That is making angle theta 1 with positive direction of x-axis measured in anti-clockwise direction. So that is tan theta 1. And what is M2? M2 is tan theta 2. Yes. Okay, tan theta 1, tan theta 2. So now, now, what is the relation between theta relation? Now you can very clearly understand relation between theta, comma, theta 1 and theta 2. What is the relation between these three? Okay, sum of two interior angles equal to opposite exterior angle. Okay, or sum of three angles equal to 180 degrees. That also you can say. All right. So this is okay, very simple. If you say this is exterior angle actually. Okay, the extra angle. This is what, this is theta 2. This means this is 180 minus theta 2. Okay, sum of these two interior angles equal to opposite exterior angle. You know that property. Okay, so therefore, what I can say is relation between theta, comma, theta 1 and theta 2. So theta 1 plus 180 minus theta 2 equal to theta. Okay. All right, or yeah, this is, so otherwise this is how much, this is 180 minus theta, right? This is 180 minus theta, because this is theta, this is 180 minus theta. How this comes? Sum of two interior angles equal to opposite x triangle. How this comes? This comes like this. See, this theta means this is 180 minus theta. Sum of three angles equal to 180 degrees. So that is theta 1 plus 180 minus theta 2 plus 180 minus theta equal to 180. So 180 degrees, right? So from this only comes this theta goes that side. So sum of two triangles equal to opposite extreme. So now what you need to find out relation between these three slopes. So this what we can do, theta 1 minus theta 2 or theta 2 minus theta 1, whatever. If this is theta, this is 180 minus theta. So that means what angle between two lines is, if theta is angle between two lines, 180 minus theta also angle between two lines. So here theta 1 minus theta 2 you can say, or theta 2 if you take that side, so what you can write is theta 1 minus theta 2 also you can write. So here 180 minus theta, 180 minus theta equal to theta 2 minus theta 1. Okay, so this is you apply tan of 180 minus theta equal to tan of theta 2 minus theta 1. Okay, tan of 180 minus theta. Acha, you don't know. Do you know this one, tan of 180 minus theta?
No, sir.
Acha, you don't know. So trigonometry, first we should know like this. Anyway, this you remember, minus tan theta 1. Minus tan theta equal to tan of theta 2 minus theta 1. This also formula is there. Acha, trigonometry is there. So trigonometry is not done, right?
No, sir, it's not.
Okay, not done. So we should start actual trigonometry. Trigonometry is there for half yearly?
So we don't have it for the half yearly.
No, sir, we don't have it in term 1. Term 2 it will come, I guess.
Acha. Okay, actually trigonometry is related. Actually very much
So
related.
even our math teacher was saying the same thing, that we need trigonometry to a certain extent even in straight lines.
Who is teaching you math? Venkat or Srinivas?
Srinivas, sir.
Yes,
I-
sir.
Srinivas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So minus tan theta, this is okay, you remember this, tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2. Remember this formula by 1 plus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2. This is a formula, okay, you can remember. Tan of A minus B. Later it will anyway come. This is nothing but tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. This is the formula for tan of A minus B, which I used. Next formula what I use is tan of 180 minus theta is minus tan theta. Okay, tan theta 1 means you know M1, tan theta 2 means you know M2. So finally what you get? Minus tan theta equal to, here tan theta 2 is first. So tan theta, actually this is tan theta 2, tan A minus tan B, no? Tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 by 1 plus tan theta 1 tan theta 2. Okay, this is M2 minus M1 by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay, this is what you are going to get from this. If you take this, if you multiply both sides with minus, then what you are going to get is tan theta equal to M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay, if theta is angle between two lines, then this is a relation between, this is M equal to M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. But here if you see acute angle only, na, this is what 180 minus theta. So 180 minus theta is directly, this is 180 minus theta means what? If it is 180 minus theta, tan theta, if theta is angle between the lines, understand 180 minus theta is also, if like this, if theta is angle between the lines, this is also angle between the lines. These are the two lines, right? If theta is angle between the lines, then 180 minus theta is also angle between the lines. First we considered 180 minus theta only. 180 minus theta is directly, that is what? M2 minus M1. M2 minus M1 by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay, this is, so that means what? This is also angle. So therefore, finally, what you can say, this is also, this both are. So therefore, what we write is acute angle. For acute angle, what we put mod. If theta is, we write like this, if theta is acute, so note, acute means, less than 90 degrees. If theta is acute angle between two straight lines, that is theta less than 90 degrees, then what is the formula? Tan theta equal to mod m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So that is positive actually. Okay, but anyway, I have to, in trigonometry, I will not teach whole trigonometry, but some of the things in trigonometry I must teach you, whether it is in term 2 also, we must teach now. So that you can understand the subject better. Okay, right. So this is anyway, this is the acute angle. When you know acute angles, so for example, if you know acute angle, then you can find out obtuse angle. If theta is acute angle, then 180 minus theta is obtuse angle, like that. Okay, so here let's take an example. Find, Acha, you finished exercise 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you finished exercise 1. So, okay, one thing, and note, this is 1. And 2, if two lines, already we discussed this, two lines parallel. If two lines are parallel, then what is theta? That implies what? Theta equal to 0 degrees, right? Angle between them is considered to be 0 degrees. If it is 0 degrees, that implies what, that implies what will happen now? That implies is theta is 0 degrees, right? Then tan 0 degrees equal to, this is mod m1 minus m2 by, yes sir, no, this only in a formula. Here, angle between two lines is 0 degrees. Here, if you put 0, then you will get relation between two lines. 1 plus m1, m2. Then you get relation between two lines. What is tan 0? Tan 0 is 0. I think this tan 0 is
0.
Yes, sir.
0. This is equal to m1 mod m1 minus m2 by whatever. This is 1 plus m1, m2. But here 0 means numerator is 0. Understand? Whenever a value is 0 means numerator is 0. Numerator m1 minus m2. This must be 0. That implies what? m1 equal to m2. Slopes are equal. That is how you get. If two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. So third thing is perpendicular. That is two lines perpendicular. Already we discussed this. Two lines perpendicular. You told me m1, m2 equal to minus 1. How do you get like this? Theta equal to 90 degrees. Okay, that implies what? Tan 90 degrees equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1, m2. Okay, now you understand, whenever you have 90 degrees means what? Not defined. Okay, this is not defined, means infinity division. So that implies what? 1 plus m1, m2 is 0. Tan 90, not defined means what? This is 0. Denominator is 0. That implies what? m1, m2 equal to minus 1. So that is the relation between two lines. If two lines are perpendicular, then product of their slopes is minus 1. Okay, these three things you should know. Okay, in first exercise, you have any doubts? So what is the thing is, yeah, you should, just a minute.
Sir, and small thing, I've been trying to switch on my camera, but for some reason it's saying fail to start the video camera. Please select another video camera and settings.
Oh, actually, Ashrita is able to see, I think. Arshika is saying now this one?
So this is Harshika.
Harshika.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm not able to switch on my video. I'll switch it on from next class, sir.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here, yeah, one thing, just a minute. Yeah. So in exercise 1, you have any doubts in exercise 1?
Sir, I'm not getting one particular sum.
Okay. Just a minute, huh? Just
Yes, sir.
I'll open that. Huh? straight lines, just I'm opening.
Even I have it out in one question.
You're able to see this?
Yes, sir, we can see the PDF.
Straight lines, you're
Yes.
able to see. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, this, so what you should do is, you should not leave. See, if at all you want to be thorough in the sense that you should be able to do any problem at any time. So that means you should be thorough with the subject. Thorough with the subject means you should know everything. It's not that this is proof I should not learn. This is this I should not learn. No, nothing like that. Whatever is the textbook you should learn. So if you learn that like that, no, what will happen is you will be thorough with the subject. Then you, whenever you want, you can produce. So if you learn all the half of the things, if you learn, then no, all confusion will be there. So that is the reason. Whatever proof, whatever it is, if you learn now, then subject becomes very easy. So then first you should learn all these proofs, whatever it is, there, all the concept. Then what you should do, you have to do examples. So many examples are there here. You should learn also examples. Okay, then you should do exercise. That is better. Okay, then tell me what are your doubts in exercise?
Sir, my doubt is the second sum, sir.
Second sum. Okay, here this is the second sum, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the base of an equilateral triangle with side 2A lies along the y-axis such that the midpoint of the base is at the origin. Find the vertex of the triangle. That's what is the question, right? Okay, that is a
Yes, sir.
okay, all right. Okay, so what you should do, you should first
Sir, if we draw the graph for this question, we can understand it better.
yes, correct, that's true, that's true. Acha, you did that?
Yes, the sir explained it in class.
Okay, Acha, sir explain in class. You both are in different class or what?
I didn't attend one day because I was on sick leave. So maybe that day I missed it out.
Okay, so okay, the second question, okay, base of an equilateral triangle with side 2A lies along y-axis. Okay, base lies along y-axis. Okay, let's say this is y-axis. I'm not drawing x-axis, so this is y-axis. So 2A, this is the side. Let's say this is side 2A. So this is 2A. Okay, along y-axis such that midpoint of the base is at origin. This is the midpoint. This is origin. This is y-axis. This is x-axis. Midpoint is at origin. Okay, like this we'll draw. And then this becomes automatically A. This becomes automatically A. This is actually equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle. Okay, midpoint at the origin. Find vertex of the triangle. So see. Okay, so this, because it is equilateral triangle, it will be like this. Or also it can be like this also. It can be this way also. So this diagram is not so perfect.
But the value of x will be the same, no? It will just like the minus plus will change.
Yeah, correct. Yes, so yeah, that's true. This is what this you can understand. This is 0, minus A, right? Yes, this is origin mean this is A units up, right? 0, minus A. Yes or no?
It's 0, A, right? The one below is 0, minus.
Yes, sir.
0, yes. Yes, 0, A. Good. So this is 0, minus
A.
Minus A.
Okay, right, correct. So therefore, this is A, all right? So this is how much? This side is how much?
2A, because it's an equilateral triangle.
Okay, this is 2A. Therefore, we can find out. So this is A, this is 2A. Therefore, we can find out this, right? Yes, because this is right angle. Okay, or whatever. This is right angle. This is A, this is 2A. We can find out this, right?
Yes, sir. Got it.
So you can find out. Yeah, that's all over. So this side square equal to side square. This side square plus A square equal to 4A square. Right? So this side S I am taking. This side S I am taking. So A square equal to 3A square. So S equal to, that's the reason. This is very important point. I am telling you very important point. Even if you don't have diagram also, S square equal to 3A square. S equal to what? Tell me. What is S?
Under root 3a.
Under root?
3a square whole root.
Okay, 3a square whole root, but this is plus or minus 3a square whole root. Plus or minus square root of 3a square. You must try to understand this. For example, you have x square equal to 4. X equal to, you know what, plus or minus root 4. You should always understand x equal to plus or minus 2. This is very important. This is rule. You may ask why and all. This is rule. Root 4 is always 2. For your whole intermediate, root 4, whenever you have root 4, you should take square root is always positive. Positive square root only you should take. That's a rule. Okay? Okay, these 2 points, this you understand?
Yes, sir.
Square root of 4, you should always take root 2. That is a rule I am saying. You should not say why. Okay? So this x square equal to 4 means what? X equal to plus or minus root 4. And then root 4 is 2. As it is. This root 4 is like this. So therefore, here s equal to plus or minus 3a square. That means what? Even if you don't see like this, for example, I drawn like this diagram. I just drawn like this diagram. So what is saying? This is 2a, this is 2a, this is 2a is saying. Okay, this is along y-axis is saying, this is along y-axis saying. So if I draw like this is a, this is a. Okay, then automatically this I can find out. No? This I can find out. What is that? This is root 3, a root 3. Okay, this is plus or minus a root 3. Plus or minus a root 3. So this plus or minus indicates, this I can find out like this also. But here we are getting, in the process, we are getting plus or minus. That plus or minus indicates not only point is here, but also here. So what is that? This is plus a root 3 comma 0. And this is minus a root comma 0. Like that. So this that plus or minus is important. That plus or minus indicates that you don't have only 1 point, but you have 2 points. Okay, that means what? With this information, 2 triangles you get, not 1 triangle. This is, that is 0 a, 0 minus a, that is minus a root 3 comma 0, or third point can be a root 3 or minus a root 3. That's the. Okay, and next, what is your doubt next? One more doubt, something you said.
Sir, I wasn't getting the answer, but I think if I do it again, I'll get it.
Okay, no problem.
It's okay.
Okay, so shall we go to next part?
Yes, sir.
All these
If I
questions.
don't get it after this, then I'll ask in the next class.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So these are all almost how many questions are there? So 14 questions.
14.
Okay. I hope you will do. All right. Yeah. So, okay. One thing here. Yeah, one more important point is that see, now 3 points are here. 3 points are collinear, let's say. How do you prove 3 points are collinear with the slope? 3 points are collinear. So how do you prove with the help of slope? You understand?
If the slopes of all the 3 things are equal, then they're collinear.
Achha? Okay. Okay, that's true. But I want more clarity of what you are saying. Okay, this is the straight line and you have your 3 points A, B, C. Now you explain. Now I have to prove this A, B, C are collinear. So note 3 notes I wrote, this note 4. What is that? A, B, C, 3 points are collinear. Collinear. Then what is the condition with respect to slope? By using slope, what is the condition you write?
Slope of AB is equal to slope of BC is equal
Very
to slope
good.
of AC.
Very good. Okay. Slope of whatever 2 points you take, that is same line. Slope of AB equal to slope of BC equal to slope of Yeah, see, whatever 2 points you take, you get same slope. Okay, if you take if you take these two slopes and a slope of AB equal slope of BC is enough. Okay, right. So then various, so we went to what various forms, we discussed various forms of straight line. Various forms of straight lines we are discussing, right? In this, what we learned, number one, point slope form. Point slope. So basically, to find out equation of line, we need point and slope. Point slope form we discussed. This is a base for all other forms. What is point slope form? Y minus y1 equal to
M into x minus x1.
m into x minus x1. Good. This is first. Second, intercept form we say. Intercept form. Intercept form. What is intercept form? Intercept form, slope will be given. One slope m is a slope. And y-intercept will be given. C is y-intercept. These two things will be given. Y-intercept. Then what is the equation of the line? With these two, what is the equation of line? Slope m is given and C is the y-intercept. These two are given. Then what is the equation of the line? This is very important form, right? Yes, what is the? Yes, tell me. Y equal to
mx plus c.
mx plus c. So this is very important. Okay. If you have, so I told you this both are same. From first only everything comes. For first, I gave the proof. I gave the proof for first. What is the proof for first? I gave you proof, right? So this is a x1, y1. This point is given. And then slope is given. What is the slope of this line? M is given. So you take variable point. Wherever you take a point, x comma y is variable point. Anywhere you take also, y minus y1 by x minus x1 always give you m. So here in the place of x comma y, whatever point you get also, slope will be same. Now only you said, no? Slope will be same. No? Wherever you take the point, slope will be same. So from that you get y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. That's a proof for this. So now x comma y may be any point, it will satisfy this equation because of this slope. Okay, now here y-intercept C means, I told you what is y-intercept C means. I told you y-intercept C means this line is this line, whatever this line is, y-intercept C means what? This line intersects y-axis 0 comma c. That is the meaning of y-intercept C. Y-intercept C means what? This line intersects y-axis 0 comma c. Now here, how do you get this one also? I told you y minus y1. This is y1 equal to m. Slope I said no m. M into x minus x1 means x minus x1 is 0. So therefore y equal to, you get mx plus c, like this. Like this you get. I told you this one, right? So the two forms we learned, and one more, 3 gradient form we say. Gradient form. This also has another name, or slope form. Okay, slope form, gradient form or slope form. Okay, gradient form or slope form means equation of straight line through origin. This is through origin and having slope m. M is, see, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So that implies y equal to mx. Whenever you have y equal to mx, immediately you should understand constant is not there, means it is passing through origin. So what is gradient means? Slope only. Gradient means, another name for slope is gradient. Okay, that is one. And another is previously slope intercept form. Now it is intercept form. Intercept form. What is intercept form? Like this. Equation of line with x-intercept A and y-intercept B. Y-intercept B is equation of line with x-intercept A, y-intercept B is x by A plus y by B equal to 1. This is all same. See how you get this one? Proof. What is the proof for this? See, how do you get all this same with only one formula? So I told you now right here, what is that? Here we have x-intercept A means what? This straight line is intersecting x-axis at A comma 0. Y-intercept B means what? Intersecting
A comma B.
yeah.
Y-axis at B.
Yes. So you should understand x-intercept means x-intercept A means what? Intersecting x-axis A comma 0. Y-intercept B means intersecting y-axis 0 comma B. Now we have 2 points. When you have, you can find out you can find out slope. What is the slope now? Slope equal to what? You know what is the slope? Slope is m equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Y2 minus y1 is b minus 0 by 0 minus a. Okay, this is a slope. Slope is y2 minus y1. Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This is minus b by a. Okay, slope you have. So now equation is what? Equation of line. Equation of line, you know y-intercept b is there. So y minus c, y equal to mx plus c, y equal to mx. M is this minus b by a, mx plus c. C is what in this case? B. Y-intercept is b. Or you can write like this also. Y. So you can take 1 point. 2 points are there, but 1 point is enough. 1 point is enough. So y minus y1. This is x1, y1. Let's take this 1 point enough. Na? 2 points are there, 1 point enough. Okay, a point and slope is required. This is a point. Y minus y1 equal to m. M is what? This slope. Minus b by a into x minus x1. X minus x1 is this 0. So like this you get. Okay. Right.
But sir, we can also prove it using the 2-point form, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Y
2
minus
point.
Y1.
Yes, that is 2 point formula only. Yeah, that is yes. 2 points. 2 points form of straight line. What is 2 points form? Y minus y1 equal to m means what? Y2 minus y
minus Y1 by M2 minus
x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. The same thing. In the place of slope m, we wrote formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That only we are writing here also. Good. So this is b. We have to bring this side. That's enough. That is enough for this. If you bring this b this side, that's enough, right? So what shall we do? We can take b common. Y equal to, if you take b common, what you get? Minus x by a plus 1. So b I am taking common. So minus x by a plus 1. So b you bring this side. Y by b equal to minus x by a plus 1. So that's now over. So you bring this side x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So what is the use of this form? Just by seeing in this form, intercept form, just by seeing the equation, you can tell x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay? Just by seeing, you can tell x-intercept and y-intercept. So 5 forms we discussed. So for example, let's say find x and y intercepts. X and y intercepts. Okay? For the line 3x plus 4y. Okay, tell me x-intercept to y-intercept. X-intercept. X-intercept means where it